Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over how I made $644 across my two funded accounts today. So this is my P&L for the day. These are my two fundeds. I passed this on Friday, and this I passed on July 1st. I was gone for a little bit on vacation, so I wasn't trading this way. I'm only at 837, and I took a L2. So I don't know why this has a 100% win rate, but yeah, let's get into how I made $644 trading the Nasdaq today. Um, coming in today, oh my gosh, coming into the day, I was pretty neutral here. We have tapped into the monthly gap on Friday, so it's obviously a case for being bullish. However, on the hourly time frames, the 4-hour, we had this gap that we were respecting. So coming into the day, this high right here, this candle basically had a lower high that was up here. So that was my intermediate high that I had marked out, and that was going to be my key level for shorts. And so on the 1-hour, we also had this right here, which the same intermediate high. So yeah, basically that was just my key level for shorts for the day. And then this 15-minute right here, this is my key level for longs. So in order for me to want to take longs off market open, I would want to sweep this low and then catch a move upward. And then in order for us to take shorts, I wanted us to sweep, I think at the time it was this high. So I wanted to sweep this high and then take shorts down off of that. And so that's why I was pretty neutral, because, obviously respecting the 1-month bullish gap, but also having hourly bearish gaps that we were respecting. So it could have gone either way today, which we'll get into right now. So coming into market open, we got this, literally the first candle, inverse this 1-minute gap, but there's no key level tap here, not even a 5-minute. Like there was a hold on, there's a 5-minute, but the intermediate low is right here, so I'm not taking longs off this until we sweep this out pretty much. But yeah, anyways, so this is just an invalid Judas swing. Like obviously it did play, but at the same time it was definitely not the best trade. So this was my original key level for shorts right here, but we ended up creating a new high right here and then coming back down without having a setup. So like no second inversion, like no 15-second or 30-second, and obviously no 1-minute, nothing like that. So yeah, so this became my new key level right here. So I would take shorts if we came up and then swept this and then got an inversion to the downside, basically, which is exactly what happened. Now, so we got this inversion right here. This is the candle where I entered, but let me explain something real quick. A lot of people faded this because we had this daily gap just about 30 points away from this high right here. And so the reason that I didn't fade this is because I've seen many trades over the past couple weeks play out while not tapping into this higher time frame gap. So, for example, on Friday, the Judas swing that a lot of people took, and KB was calling it a pattern trade. Reese was calling a lot of people calling it a pattern trade, while other people like Dodgy and Patty actually were defending it. Well, Patty wasn't really defending it. It was mostly Dodgy, kind of just like, I don't know. I don't really like the guy. But anyways, yeah, basically defending that because we were 2 points away from a 30-minute gap and then we had an inversion. So that's why a lot of people faded that. And so it was a similar scenario right here, except with the daily gap, and we were 30 points away. So considering that, I did end up taking. So you can chalk that up to edge, experience, discretion, whatever you want. But yeah. And so another reason why I ended up obviously entering is because I was very convicted that this would play because on the 15-second and 30-second time frames, we were just blasting through those gaps, blasting through those second gaps, and literally zero rejection. And so I entered right about here. So I entered before this closed, but you can chalk that part up to discretion for sure. Um and so yeah, originally I was aiming for pretty much ones off this 5 minute, but my TP was like right here pretty much. So yeah, I don't know. So within 4 minutes of this trade being open, we did hit TP with a tiny bit of drawdown, nothing too crazy. Maybe like, well, like a couple points. Yeah, 3 points. And this did end up playing to my bullish key level. So literally 175 points all the way down to here. And the reason I didn't hold down to this is because when you're on your funded, my advice would be to play defense, bro, especially in this July price action. Um Obviously I'm not blaming price action for stuff, but you just all I'm saying is you got to be cautious. And so uh right here, the reason I didn't hold for a 1 to 5 is because I'm on my fundeds, just playing defense pretty much. When you're on evals, this is an eval trade that I would definitely take and hold to here. I don't know if I'd hold all the way down to here, but maybe the 930 wick or maybe even just the CE of this gap. But yeah, regardless, this is good enough for me, bro. I'm not complaining about that. It's a little over 1 to 1, but yeah. Did play all the way down to here, and then people did also long off of this. I saw some longs off of this. I don't know. I was already off. The second I hit TP, I'm off. Personally, that's how I am for every single one of my trades. I understand if you're experienced and you're trying to pass evals, stack up your allocation, whatever. It's understandable, but that's just not the way I personally trade. And yeah. So it's my trade recap for the day. I thought this is pretty A plus. And I would take this every day of the week, to be honest with you. Like, especially with recent price action, like I've been saying, like I've seen this play so many times where you just edge a high time frame gap and then just absolutely explode in whatever direction. Pause. But yeah, that's basically about it. If you're watching this and wouldn't mind some engagement, like comment, whatever, I would absolutely love you for that. But if not, I understand. You're good. Don't worry about it. And yeah. If you learned anything, I'm glad. And yeah, for this being my second video. If you guys got any advice from me or something like that, that would be wonderful. And thank you. That's about it. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Have a great rest of the trading week. And let me know if you took this. And yeah, catch you guys later.